What's going on? It's Lisa and this is my channel Eat for Happiness, where I love to share with you my wholesome vegetarian comfort food recipes. Bam! Now you know what's up. Let's go cook something nice. Today I'll be taking the pasta and pesto concept to a whole new level. We're going to Asianize the dish. It's going to be a taste explosion. It's not going to be difficult, but you have to pay attention because there are a few tricky parts in the recipe, and this is what we're going to make. Soba noodles with an herb and lemongrass pesto and some tofu and greens. Is going to be so delicious. It's a winner. Let's go make it. This is what you need. Soba noodles, about 250 grams. A bunch of coriander, a bunch of Thai basil or Italian basil, garlic, ginger, 1 lime, lemongrass, 4 tablespoons of sesame seeds, 1 heaping tablespoon of dark miso paste, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 250 grams of firm tofu, a teaspoon of maple syrup, some bok choy, and these two are optional, but I love to use some nori sheets and red chili. There are 3 parts to the recipe. We're going to make the pesto and then cook the noodles and then saute the toppings and combine everything together. And for my pesto, I'm going to use my stick blender. You can use a food processor. My blender is a little bit too big for the amount of pesto, so I prefer the stick blender. I start by chopping the coriander, roughly chop it. So the amount really depends on how much you like coriander. I really love it, so I have quite a large bunch. And I want a cup worth of Thai basil leaves, so I'm going to remove them from the stem. The stems are a little bit hard. If you can't find Thai basil, you can use regular Italian basil, which is widely available. And I would suggest you add a few mint leaves to resemble that Asian flavor. Then I want a fat clove of garlic in there. Then some lemongrass. I will remove the outer leaves, which are a little bit hard, and chop up the woody bit. And then I'll chop this one in little pieces to make it easier on the blender. A little piece of ginger. I won't bother peeling it. Next, I'm adding juice of 1 lime, some soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of miso paste, sesame seeds, and a teaspoon of maple syrup. So now I'm ready to blend this into a smooth paste. Pesto is done, and now I'm ready to cook my noodles. And this is the part where you have to pay a little bit of attention, because after cooking these, according to the instructions, you have to wash them in cold water. So that's really important, otherwise you will end up with a big lump of starchness. My water is boiling, so I'm ready to add the noodles, and I have not added any salt in the water. According to the package, I only have to cook these for 4 minutes. So now I drain them and put them in the cold water straight away and wash them really well. And then I drain them again. So basically this is the way to prepare most kind of noodles. They end up to be cold, and you can make salads with them or stir fry them or use them in a dish like mine. I want to reheat them later, so I have to dunk them in hot water again when I'm ready to use them. My tofu is nice and dry. I dried it with a clean tea towel, and I'm going to divide it in 2 pieces. And then I pan fry it in some vegetable oil on medium-high heat until nice and crispy. The trick to nice crispy tofu is to make your pan really hot and then add a good amount of oil and leave the tofu on each side until it's really crispy. So it's actually really easy. Just leave it there. Be patient. Season it with some sea salt. I quickly rinsed and chopped my bok choy, and I'm going to saute them in the same skillet with some garlic and soy sauce for about 3 minutes. All of my ingredients are ready to be combined, and I am waiting for my water to boil so I can reheat my noodles. In the meantime, I'm cutting little strips of nori sheets. This is optional. I really like to add that extra flavor. I'm going to mix them with the noodles, and it's going to add that nice seaweed flavor. Even if you want crunchy tofu strips like I do, I really recommend you fry them in large pieces and cut them afterwards. The water is boiling, so I'm going to throw in the noodles for not longer than 30 seconds. Add the nori strips and the pesto, stir it in really well. And then put a nice serving in a bowl and top it with the bok choy, the crispy tofu, and some lovely red chili. And sprinkle it with sesame seeds. This is absolutely my go-to meal of the moment. It looks a little bit complicated to make, but really it's not. Try it. It's just 3 simple steps to a delicious meal that everyone loves. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, give me some thumbs up. I would really appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video.